welcome back. It's John and Michelle. We are in Beloit, Wisconsin, in the historic area of Beloit, right near Beloit College. It's a beautiful area of town with these incredible old Victorians and, you know, early to mid 1800s type homes. And you just picked this one up.
Yeah, we did. And actually, this is just in a great area. Diane Hendricks from ABC Supply has actually been doing a lot of renovations in this area and really trying to bring some great value back to these neighborhoods, and this one in particular. So we're really excited to be here. There's just been, you can hear the construction in the background.
Yeah, there's a lot going
on. There's a lot going on, so we're excited. We'll take you inside and show you what this beautiful house has to offer.
All right, let's go. So when you first come in, John, I love that old vestibule type feel, right, with this great tile. One of the things that we're really wanting to do, there's the light for us, is that we want to keep this house as period appropriate as possible, all while staying in some sort of budget, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the key.
And this is a...
We're going to scoot over here, yeah.
This is an area, again, we're in Beloit, where top-end values are a little bit more direct, or we can only push the ceiling so high, really. Yeah. So we have to be very careful about it. We do have some amazing houses that have been remodeled in this area and have sold for higher dollar points, so we have some more flexibility. And you're going to hear a little, we got Rigby. Hey, we've got the team dogs, Rigby and Nash, here with us today. So they're finding a water bottle here right as we're on camera. Love that about them.
Perfect.
So we're gonna take a look further around here, but we want, again, you're gonna see some amazing woodwork in this house. Great lighting. There's some really cool old school features that we're gonna show you, and we're gonna try to keep that style as much as we can.
It was so well maintained. It was not a trashed house. Whoever lived here really took good care of it. So we're gonna be able to utilize that, again, starting with like even just coming into the vestibule with that original tile, which is so fantastic. We're gonna be able to keep these incredible doors. They look to all still have original glass in them.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the door handles, light fixtures, a lot of them. So it's a really good opportunity. Okay, so when you come in off the foyer, you're right in this incredible old study, right?
Yeah, it's just beautiful, and you've got amazing windows. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to be replacing them, so we're gonna go with a bit of a different style. But just the woodwork in here is just fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And just a great bench with some interesting shelving and drawers there. This 1.5 inch wide hardwood floor is just super period too.
Right,
I just love it.
And the base, you've got your molding, your drop ceiling type molding. I mean, you've got original light fixture.
This is probably the old lead glass. I mean, just these are the kind of things that we really want to save.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun in here, but not a lot of work to do, right? We're going to leave the fixture, we're going to paint, we're going to clean up the wood, we're going to fix the floors. Obviously, you have to put new windows in, and we're doing the black frame windows.
I think that's really funny. When you just not a lot of work to do, and then you said like 9 things that we're doing in this room.
It could be a lot worse.
The designer.
It could be a lot worse. Anywho, all right. So now let's head down to the foyer. Okay, so coming into the living room, it is such a grand old space, ending with this incredible fireplace.
Yeah, the fireplace is just beautiful. Love the woodwork. Just the ceiling is great as well. We're gonna have to do some skim coating there and clean it up. Again, just the trim, the crown molding in this room is, it's 10.5 inches. It's massive.
Insane. I mean, everything from the window casings to the crown to the base to even the framing around the doors, everything is just as lush as it could be.
Yeah, these old light fixtures that are original to the house, incredible. Again, the doors that are just the glass doors, fantastic woodwork. Coming into the dining room with the arched ceiling. I mean, this is just beautiful.
It is.
An incredible tray that's there. We're going to be able to really dial in the paint colors here. I'm really happy that they didn't paint the wood in this room. Some of the rooms in the house they did.
Yeah.
So you do have the original colors of the woodwork, and we're going to really be able to accentuate that with the new color tones of the paint.
It's going to be incredible. And again, just a little bit of work in here with paint and a fixture and the flooring. We're going to keep the sconces. We're just going to try to spruce them up. But again, we want to try to keep everything that we possibly can to try to keep that era.
Yeah, and as we come through the dining room, let's go through the butler's pantry and show that.
So, and that's the fun fun thing about this house is that it really still is. So a lot of times this age home along the years would have been chopped up or taken apart, and the original footprint would have been gone. The usage of the original way would have been gone. This one is exactly the same. So you still have the swinging dining room doors coming from the butler pantry.
Yeah, an unbelievable swinging butler pantry door. Goes in both ways. Just a neat feature.
Yeah, it's super, super cool. And I absolutely love the butler pantry. Let's go there next. All right, so again, I love butler pantries. It is just one of my favorite features of a house, but this isn't a modern style butler pantry. This is an OG type butler pantry where the butler literally worked.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a lot of countertop space in here. It's actually almost as much as in the kitchen. I think maybe even a bit more.
Yeah, more, of course.
It has some great space. So we were thinking about where potentially you put a microwave. There's one above the refrigerator now, but just awesome cabinets. And we were wondering, there's not a lot of kitchen cabinets. And you think about it when you come into the kitchen, you're like, oh no, there's not a lot here, but you don't need them because you come into the butler pantry and here's everything that you need. And so, both a lot of drawers, for storage, as well as open glass cabinets on the uppers to be able to see what's in there. It's just really neat.
And the one opportunity that we have is to follow a current trend, which is white, like water washing and flushing out a whole entire room in one color. That's what I'd like to do in this room, because that would bring it back to its original style anyway. And then it's just going to richen up this entire space and really amp it to a cool spot. So, but back to the kitchen was more of a working kitchen like it would have been back in the day, unlike our today kitchen, which is our heart, the center of the home. So not a lot going on in there yet, is there?
No. Well, and just I want to point out one thing before we leave this. You can actually see here we have the radiator boilers from this boiler system for this entire house. So it has radiant heat, which is a bonus and can be a bit of a challenge. Well, on the plus side, radiant heat is more efficient, and it also doesn't dry you out as much. So not all that air moving around. But it does limit us as far as putting in central air conditioning for the summertime. So we're going to actually be putting in that's called split mini systems that allow us to have air conditioning areas in both the upper and lower level as part of the add-ons for this home.
That's a great value add too. Yeah, very modern living. So
and we've got a whiny dog here.
We've got babies here. All right, so let's go into the kitchen. All right, so coming into the kitchen, it's pretty bare right now. There's no uppers anywhere. It's just all lowers, which we're going to be able to save because they're really nice quality cabinets.
Yeah, they actually did a recent remodel in here, but just didn't quite finish everything. So it just needs to be tidied up. Again, do some upper cabinets, tidying up some of the space. They put in a really nice large, I think it's a 42-inch range.
It's ginormous.
Double oven, great. It's a little dirty at the moment, needs to be cleaned up, but we're hoping we're going to be able to salvage that. But overall, just looks great.
Yeah, we're going to try to do some just like little things that will really bring this to life. Like John said, put some uppers in, because you need some storage, right? We have to have storage. And then sort of tidy it up. And with what's existing, I think that's going to run with our existing design plan.
Right.
So we may add some new tiling instead of this linen type floor tile. I'd like to put more of a period piece there, which I think could take the kitchen from A to Z in one material.
Yeah, I was a little bit opposed to trying to redo the new tile, but Michelle's right. The period of this house does not fit the type of the tile that's in here, and if we can just do a little bit of an adjustment there, that's money that we're kind of throwing after something that's already been redone. It'll keep the style of the house, and it should really make the house fit more appropriately.
Yeah, and it's kitchen, so we gotta do it. Yeah. So, okay, so let's go upstairs. It's really cool upstairs.
All right, we're coming up the two-sided stairs. We've got a staircase from the kitchen there, and then really the primary stairway, and then headed up to the upstairs. What a cool little feature. Again, something that you don't find in many homes, certainly not these days.
Exactly, not these days. Back then, however everyone worked and lived, this would have been a servant's staircase, and then serving the kitchen in the back end of the house, and the primary family would have come up the main stairs. But the greatest thing about these staircases is that they're perfect. We're just going to fix them, right? We're going to leave them and fix them. They're
we're
amazing.
going to be putting refinishing the treads on them. They're just going to look gorgeous, and doing the wood here, and again trying to keep everything as period as we can. Come on, guys, let's go upstairs.
Come on, guys. They know the house better than we do at this point. So then when we come upstairs, we've got all kinds of fun things planned.
Here we are in the upstairs hallway. Really just a great setup up here, but there are some things that we need to make some alterations to, and we're not sure exactly how far we'll take it. We'll talk a little bit about those things. But we've basically got 4 bedrooms up here. There's what would be like a servants' quarters or whatever that has a small bathroom in it and is kind of off to the side, which we'll end up having as another bedroom and with a bathroom. And then there's the primary suite that does not have a full bathroom at the moment. So we're thinking about how we're going to add another bathroom into that primary. So a couple of those things, and we'll go take a look at that.
Yeah, and so for this main hallway, we're going to try to keep everything as is, but we're going to paint the trim out black because somebody at some point painted the casings into brown. And so we want to just like really freshen this up with a nice paint color and painting out the doors and the trim. So that'll really change this entire hallway, which
Absolutely.
is like the artery of the whole upstairs. So you want to go into this first bedroom?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so this is the first secondary bedroom, we'll call it, right, coming in, which would have been more like a servant's bedroom / bath. And it's really a great little space right on the corner of the house.
Yeah, right, kind of the back side of the house. There's a nice bathroom as we come around the corner here. Really cool clawfoot tub. It's small, but it's a nice, full bath. As we go from here, we're actually walk over to what will be the primary suite. So I'm gonna go check that out.
So the thing that we noticed when we got here is that we really had 2 primary bedrooms because again, with the period of the home still remaining the same, one would have been the master and one would have been the mistress, right? So that's how they would have been set up with a shared closet. But I think we've come up with a really fantastic solution to this.
Yeah, and in fact, the master side of the bedroom actually has a study that's attached to it that we're gonna actually convert into a master bathroom. In the process of doing that, there was the shared closet. So we're gonna take that shared closet, you can see this door here, which actually prevents you from putting a large king-size bed on this side of the room. So we're gonna remove this door and include this closet into the shared closet, and then we'll have one large master closet with a master bathroom. We've added a full master closet, a full master bath, and really added some value to this home.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And we just, again, these projects, you have to figure them out as you go. And we just walked through with contractors, and one of the contractors, we had been trying to decide, do you do a bathroom like John had said? Do we not go for the expense of it? Is there any return value? Is the person that's buying in the neighborhood even going to care? We have a lot of things to consider, but coming up with this solution was really just a fantastic way to create something that everybody wants. A big closet, an ensuite, and something called a primary area where the homeowner can be, right?
Right, and one of the challenges when you're dealing with a house that's this old is we're gonna have lath and plaster walls. And we just don't know if you're gonna find Jimmy Hoffa behind one of those walls.
Maybe, we're close enough to Chicago.
You never know what's gonna be behind there. So we always are very careful about taking out too many walls in homes like this. But because we're gonna be removing a wall that's just between 2 closets, and there's no electrical in the area, there's no plumbing in that area, very likely it's an empty cavity, we hope, so we're not gonna have too much to move around.
All right, so let's show where the existing, we'll call it sitting room, will now be the ensuite. So again, this would have just been the master of primary area, sitting space, reading space, whatever you want to go, a sunroom. It's a 3.
Really a great room.
Really is.
If you think about it, I mean, it's kind of tough to lose these windows. It's a great space, but to gain a full bathroom for a master bedroom is pretty important.
Yeah, and it's going to be great. So you're going to take out the windows, right? We're going to wall all of this in. We're going to figure out what to do on the outside so it doesn't look horrible. And then we're going to put a whole side of the wall shower, right?
That's right.
Expanded vanity. It's going to look really amazing.
Yeah, it'll be a beautiful space.
Okay, all right, so let's go to the mistress side of the bedroom setup. All right, so this is where the lady of the house would have been in her bedroom. Of course, you can even see the coloration difference in here and this incredible fireplace that we're gonna just do a simple little hearth change with a period style tile, and it's gonna look incredible. So that's gonna be fun. But other than that, we're not doing much in here, right?
Yeah, one of the things that we're doing in this entire upstairs though is a lot of the ceilings here have just a little bit of flaking. And so instead of trying to skim coat them all and then have them crack out years from now, we're actually going to re-drywall all the ceilings in here. And additionally, when they added the trim here, it's about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch below the actual ceiling. And it probably worked at the time, but it needs to be seamed up. And so by putting this additional drywall in and finishing it nicely, we can clean up all those seams and it'll look nice, fresh, clean, and new.
And that's one thing that when you're doing a flip, and depending upon the crew that's doing it, whether you're doing it or whether you're buying one, those are little details to look for, right? Because we could easily just skip out on that, but that's not what we do, right? We try to come into a home and really do as best as possible, within budget, as best as possible, so we are turning over a home that we would want to live in.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and having great conversations with your contractors, spending some time in the home together to have a discussion of what the plan is, so that you have you get good opinions. I mean, one of the gentlemen that was here that gave us a great opinion, we hadn't thought of it. By everybody being here, thinking through the project, giving it some real time, we're actually able to save ourselves money, save ourselves time, and everybody feels that they're part of the ownership of the project and takes a little bit more pride, and I think we get a better result.
100%. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited about this one. So next we need to go see one more bedroom and then the only bath that's currently up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Not a ton of work here. Again, just floors and walls
And ceilings and light fixtures and paint and windows.
This one should come together pretty quickly, but it doesn't need a lot of changes.
No, it's going to be great, especially when it sits on the front of the house like this. It's going to be a really light open space, so a nice extra space. So let's go to the bathroom right now. Only one up here.
So this is the one and only. It's like really tiny here, but again, if it's the home, we're going to really try to leave like the floor. It's penny round. We've got original tiling up the walls.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not that small. It's just interesting because you've got a big glass shower with the glass that kind of gets a little narrow and typically.
I want to get rid of, but I don't know if I'm going to be nixed on that.
Yeah, we can only do so much, but if I can, it's going to be interesting. So stay tuned for the after of.
No, what he means to say is we're going to see who wins this battle, Ned or me. So I think this needs to come out. But we'll see.
Michelle would tear down this whole place and start over.
No, I agree. All right, so let's go back downstairs. Okay, so that is the before tour. I am more excited about this house than any we've done so far.
Which is scary because it just makes me think she's got dollar signs in her eyes. We're going to do everything we can to fulfill every one of Michelle's dreams in this house, but it is the challenge when you're trying to keep things on a budget. So it's actually really fun. One of the beauties I love about our team is there's so much excitement about what it is that we get to do, and we get to tackle these projects. There's a lot of enthusiasm. So here we are. We're just getting this one started. I always get a little nervous with this because these bigger projects, one thing leads to another, which leads to another, and the budgets can go pretty quickly. So I'm going to be pulling back the reins and trying to get what Michelle wants out of it at the same time.
And again, the whole entire point of this is to make money in the end, right? So that's the principle. You have to figure out a way to make it's a business.
Yeah, we're certainly always trying to turn a profit, but at the same time, you have to do things that are correct, and you have to do them the right way, and you have to make sure that the house in the end is done in a way that's going to work for the neighborhood. And sometimes it doesn't always work for profit. I mean, we've done that before, but we're going to do everything we can to turn one here.
This is going to be a really fun one to watch. I hope you follow along with us. Again, this is video 1. We're going to come back about midway, see where we are. And then, of course, we'll have that big final reveal. If you've not subscribed, subscribe now. You'll get those notifications. And we're always putting up new videos. So until next time.